Golf simulators and launch monitors are arguably the best training aid to improve your golf game. But just how good are they? And exactly what difference can they make to your handicap? In this video, I chat with Gary, a fellow sim golfer, who tells us how many shots he's shaved off his handicap since owning a Flightscope Mevo Plus, and exactly how he did it. Do you ever use your simulator for practice, as in like dialing in numbers or anything, or is it mainly just for playing courses?
I have sessions where I come out and I'm just practicing sort of like, 120 metres, 100 metres, I think yardage, there's another 10% on top of that. So there's some target sort of skills games on there that I like to use just to kind of like dial in your kind of like your wedge areas and stuff like that. So that I'd spend a fair bit of time on that just to see roughly where my balls are kind of are going and how they're flighting. I think since I've had GS Pro, I've been definitely playing a few more courses because they are thoroughly enjoyable. So it's a mixture of both in answer to your question.
And do you reckon, since you've owned a golf simulator, do you think it's improved your game at all?
It actually did, and I've even got some numbers to kind of prove it as well.
Yeah.
So, just kind of coming out of lockdown, I was really struggling. I obviously hadn't played for a whole heap of time. I'd struggled with just getting back into it, playing for a bit. My handicap was about 9. It was literally about 9 point something, and then I just had this absolute. After practicing, I was practicing probably 4 nights a week of my sim. And I literally had this purple patch, went from 9 to 5. I had literally about 6 or 7 rounds in a row that were all flag rounds. So absolutely improved my game. And for some reason, there's other things in life. I haven't practiced as much as I did at that point. Now I'm starting to go back out again. So the practice definitely worked for me.
Yeah, it was the same for me, because when I got my SkyTrack, obviously it was lockdown. I had a bit more time off work and stuff, and I must have been hitting 500 balls a day, like when I first got it. And then I remember that first round that I went back onto the real course after just using the sim, and I couldn't believe how pure I was striking the ball, and just how intentional my shots were. Like I was aiming for a specific point on the hole or whatever, and my shots were practically going there, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I think it's definitely improved my game, especially in terms of ball striking. But recently not so much. I've kind of veered away from the practice side of things, and like you said, since I got GS Pro, I'm playing more courses more than anything, and my handicap has slowly crept up over the last year or so. So I think I really need to start dialing in some clubs again on the practice facilities.
Well, I think the other thing that I've noticed since I've had the simulator, I'm chickening out of a lot more games out in the wet and the mud, to be honest with you, because I think what's the point? I could just go there 36 holes in like 3 hours, and I'm in the dry, in the comfort of air-conditioned space. Why go out slopping around in the mud? It's just not worth it.
For a 5% discount on the Flightscope Mevo Plus and other golf simulator products, head over to the Golf Swing Systems website and use the code HANDICAP5, where you'll get 5% off pretty much everything in store. For more helpful golf simulator content, click on this video on the screen right now.